Uncle Mandy, and with me is Rowdy Jeff, and welcome to the Horror Debate. We just finished a wonderful experience. We watched Happy Birthday to Me.
Oh my God! Am I awake? Do I have a pulse, Mike?
From 1981.
Do I have a pulse?
Oh,
I fell asleep like you
look like those guys that were dead at the end of the movie.
At the dinner table. Are you kidding me, Mike? I mean, this is the biggest
we were all watching this and we were all sitting there going, oh.
This film is the biggest cause of narcolepsy I have ever seen in my life.
And the amazing thing is, this movie was directed by J. Lee Thompson, who directed one of the greatest World War II movies ever, The Guns of Navarone. And he also directed a million other Charles Bronson movies. I mean, I was looking forward to...
He may have wanted to stick with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, don't venture into something you don't know or understand. I honestly didn't even think I was watching a horror movie.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm serious. You were telling me, wait a minute, you were telling me before the film, oh, this thing, man, it's got some gruesome kills.
I remember back in 1981, all over the internet, all over TV, all over TV and the ads. These are the most gruesome murders ever seen on film. Oh, these are horrible and everything. And I remember, it's funny.
I think you played it up in your mind.
No, I can show you on the trailers.
Oh.
But I mean, and you know what's really weird? I saw this film. I can even remember seeing this movie at I can tell you what movie theater I saw it at.
We rented it back in the 80s.
Yeah, and I don't remember this movie sucking as hard.
It sucked.
This movie sucks. But the thing is, I remember watching it in the movie theater, and I guess thinking, gee, that's not so bad. And then I remember seeing it on HBO a few years later, because, back then, you had to wait 3 years to get a movie on HBO.
Yep.
And I remember watching it again going, yeah, it's okay.
No.
It wasn't good enough to videotape.
Melissa Joan Anderson is a cutie.
Yeah, Sue. Melissa Sue.
Melissa Sue. She is a cutie.
Oh, yeah, she was cute.
And the other lady, the other girl that was with her, she was kind of a cutie.
Uh-huh.
The rest of the cast blew chunks.
That one guy looked just like the drummer from
Tommy Aldridge, ladies and gentlemen, in this movie. Yes.
And the other guy
from the Ted Nugent band Whitesnake and
Ozzy
and about 15 other bands.
You know this movie is bad when all the characters on there, you start making up names for them from people you've seen before. So the guy's walking around, hey, that's Horseshack.
Hey, but I've seen that guy in like other horror movies, and he wasn't nearly as bad as he was in this movie. I think it was just the movie brought everybody down.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times my eyes were floating. There was no horror. It was almost like, the Real Housewives of Jersey.
Yeah, it was. It was like,
are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I mean, man, don't waste your time on this thing. I mean, I remember it being better than what we were kids though.
Glenn Ford was in this movie. Now, as a grown-up, I respect Glenn Ford. I mean, not only was he the dad in Richard Donner's Superman, but I mean, he was in all these other John Wayne films, and he was in Midway.
See, that's what happened, Mike. The director took some of his army people,
what he did,
and brought them over to the horror thing, and it didn't work.
Yeah,
it didn't work. Nothing worked. The only thing that worked was he had two cute girls in this film. The cutie from Little House on the Prairie.
And none of them showed skin either, which is
you don't expect that from 1983.
81.
Or 81.
Yeah, I do.
No. But I mean, okay, think about the movies that were out in 81.
But
wait a minute. Think about the movies that were out in 81.
Okay.
What other horror movies were out in 81?
Friday the 13th. That showed skin.
Far better flick. Far better. Even though it's weak in itself right now, compared to what we're looking at today.
Remember, thanks to Friday the 13th, everybody had a holiday-themed movie.
Yeah.
So, I mean, after Friday the 13th,
I know.
Then they came out with Silent Night, Deadly Night.
I know.
And then they came out with all sorts of
But that's no excuse.
April Fool's Day.
That's no excuse to make this suckage.
I remember reading Mad Magazine, and they had a spoof saying, here's the last holiday-themed horror movie. It was called Arbor Day.
Yeah.
Oh, that was classic. Mad Magazine.
But there's no excuse for making this so suck.
Movie, if this movie would have been a half an hour, it would have been pretty good. But it was a half an hour.
It was almost 2 hours.
It was a half an hour movie stretched out to almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
God, how long was that film?
It was like 110 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And it was just way too much.
Oh, my God, you're right. It was 110 minutes.
See?
This movie should have easily been snipped down to 75.
Oh, snip. Yeah, that's, that's a good word for it. Just snip it. Anyway, this is a 1-star film. The only reason I'm giving it 1 star is I had 2 cute girls to look at throughout the movie.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's it.
It's a 1-star film.
That's
I'm
it.
sorry.
There is no redeeming value here for any horror purist, anybody looking to be scared. You're not even a good story.
The only reason why anyone would have this in their collection is just to have every holiday-themed titled movie.
And, of course, you have it in your collection.
Oh, yeah, I own this DVD.
See, there you go. And you have you have the official DVD, man.
No,
you didn't even rent it.
No,
You
really
bought it.
I really did.
Oh, my goodness,
Well, like I
Mike.
said, I remembered as a kid, this movie was bragging about how gory and so terrible, and they had to resubmit it to the MPAA like 8 times to avoid an X rating.
Yeah.
Because the kills were so gory, and I don't remember it sucking.
But
much
you were
bad.
telling me about, before we watched it, you were telling me about this motorcycle scene and how gory it was, right? And then I watch it, and the only thing I see is a bunch of red splatter on this guy's face, and then a screen that looked like blood had been like splattered all over the camera, and it's like floating down slow, and that's it.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at you like, where is the freaking payoff?
Yeah. As a kid, I remember that scene being much more violent.
Mikey, Mike. No.
Yep.
No, God, no. I mean, and granted, when you're kids, you see things in a different light. I remember being so scared of the Friday the 13th scene when the girl walks up to the mirror and she opens the mirror and the friggin' axe comes out and pops her in the face. I remember being scared of that, but if I watched this, I wouldn't have been scared of anything. I might have been a little turned on, but, that's it.
Okay, so let's rewind. If you are 13 years old, watch this movie, you'll enjoy it more than we did.
Oh, I don't
we're
know.
old and jaded.
I think if I showed my son, my 14-year-old...
Well, this is your son.
Yeah, I think if I showed him this, he'd laugh me out of the house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Your son, his kids are named Michael Myers, Freddy, and
That's right.
Jason.
Yeah, well, I do have a Jason. That's true.
Exactly.
You have the Michael. Okay. So
We need to get someone in here whose kid's named Freddy.
no, we need to find a Freddy. If your child is named Freddy, give us a call. All right. 1 star, baby, all the way.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm Michael Mandy. He's Rowdy. Jeff, we'll talk to you next week at the Horror Debate.